The following preview has been rated Good Weird by Nicho.
And Just Good by Chris.
By the Good, the Bad, the Weird podcast. Please check out the full episode when it releases on Wednesday. This fall, the semi-spooky and kookiest family returns with their newest member and political commentary with just enough edge to still be family-friendly in Addams Family Values. I'm Nicho.
And I'm Chris.
And this one was definitely more of your choice.
It was. I purposely picked the second one to avoid having to do as much deep dive into the influence that the Addams have had in pop culture.
And I appreciate it because we have two big, heavy research episodes coming up. So.
Yes. While this one, most people remember this movie more than the first one, this one is remembered because it has a lot of really stupid out there one-liners and a lot of very memorable looking scenes. However, as a context, as a whole, it really didn't impact the goth scene like the first one did. It didn't impact the pop scene like the first one did. And it didn't rewrite and reintroduce Addams Family into the entire American household.
Yeah, the only pop part that stuck around is this Thanksgiving portion. It's like one line from that scene too.
Yeah, and like there's plenty of instances of this movie being quoted, and it is definitely something people still love and enjoy. It's just arguably worse than the first one, and arguably one of the worst Addams Family things. I know a lot of people really didn't like some of the new animated stuff. I think a lot of that's just bias because while this isn't the good one, this is a star cast for the Addams Family.
I did see a snip of one of the animated ones where Wednesday comes in with a balloon, and I'm like, this is dumb as shit. It
is dumb as shit. However, something that we talked about is the director doesn't seem to quite understand Addams Family.
Despite him directing both of them.
Which is weird because, like, he managed to do well with both Addams Family, but, like, he clearly doesn't quite comprehend why people like the Addams Family. And it's not because they are macabre. It's because they are wholesome, super family friendly, the most perfect example of a family, and they're a little kooky. That's really why people like them, is that, you know, they are, in essence, a sitcom family without the laugh track and without the bright colors. They are just more like what most people are like.
Yeah, it's not like, it doesn't go to the realms of like the Firefly family from House of a Thousand Corpses.
No, like they are not dark, they are not horror, they are light goth, they are Hot Topic goth.
Macabre light, actually Hot Topic goth, I like that.
They are Hot Topic goth, and honestly, like, while that is not hardcore goth, while that is not hardcore anything, it is easily accessible, and it is easily loved. So that's why people remember this one, and it's why I wanted to introduce with this one. Because while this is the worst Addams Family in general has changed American households in general. It's hard to say that there's a single family left that doesn't know Addams Family.
Or at least knows the theme where it goes...
Oh, for sure.
Dun.
And while the first one reintroduced everything, this one does a bonkers job of trying to explain certain elements in this household that did not need explaining.
I think this is the issue. Mm-hmm. It touches on so much without actually doing anything with it.
I agree. I think the reason why this one is more, like, some people like this one most is because of Wednesday. She is technically in this movie more. She does get more lines, and a lot of people do, like, feel like they connect with Wednesday the most. It's hard to connect with Morticia when she is a absolute goddess, and it's hard to hold yourself to the standard that Gomez has. Yeah. A lot of us feel more like Uncle Fester or Wednesday.
Yeah, Fester for me.
Yeah, and as we talk about in the episode, Pugsley, while a sweet kid, he isn't going to be anything until he's much like his uncle, peaking at 45.
Yeah, and that's, I think you hit on a good part there. It's really the branching of the story that doesn't really work. Like, or branching of the family, because it tries to spread itself too thin. Like, the first movie was solely about Gomez and Fester, mm-hmm. and it had a little bit of a heist plot behind it, too.
Yeah, a little bit.
But this one's a family drama with none of the other stuff that made the first one good.
I agree, with the smallest exception being that this is some of the best adult sibling writing for Gomez and Fester in, like, media history. This is top tier. I actually love and care about my sibling, but I'm an adult and I don't call them bro.
Yeah, I call my brothers breh.
Breh.
Or brotato.
I mean, my brother and I might start out a conversation by announcing brother or sister.
Brother,
but it's
sister.
But it's mostly a joke at how like most writers write siblings, especially adult siblings, because you have to quote unquote establish how you know each other, and then it seems to me like most writers and directors have never had a sibling in their life, which is statistically not possible.
Yeah,
but like this is a great example of like two brothers who actually do care for each other.
Yeah, it just, I get what they were trying to go for. It just doesn't work.
No, it works in short form format, which is why people
short form combat.
Yeah, well, depending on what part of the movie you're watching,
yeah,
those camp counselors fought for their lives. But I think that's why people remember this one. Is the first one you need more context. Like, you do need the whole movie to, like, kind of know what's happening at any point.
Mm-hmm.
This one, you can watch 5 seconds worth of the movie and you've enjoyed yourself. And then you can go on about your day.
Yeah. No, definitely agree with that. So, but anywho, this has been the Good, the Bad, and the Weird previews.
Check out the full episode.
Peace.